Mahindra is reportedly spending 120 crore rupees over 3 years to get its new brand promise of Rise right. But M&M is not the only company that has looked at doing this. Others have done it in the past, with different results. For instance, one company that has been a victim to over-promising is British Petroleum, which in the year 2000 came out with a massive brand promise, Beyond Petroleum, that was meant to help it break away from the petroleum sector while showcasing renewable energy as the future. A promise that fell short following the big oil spill disaster in 2010. More recently, Sony's security threat that let the personal data of more than 100 million customers fall into the hands of hackers also failed to live up to the company's brand promise of make believe. For those 100 million customers, it was anything but. While M&M is no oil firm or gadget company, the man who spearheaded Mahindra's overhaul, Rizbe Irani, Vice President for Corporate Strategy, is well aware of the risks.
What are the challenges you foresee both in the mid-term as well as the longer term, since it doesn't seem like this change will immediately take place?
Oh, there are challenges. Let's not underestimate some of those challenges. And I think there are two key challenges in my mind. First of all, it's the sheer diversity of our group. So, we have well-established market leader businesses, we have startup nascent businesses.
Right.
We have manufacturing businesses, we have service businesses, we are in B2C, we are in B2B. We are in India, we are in other countries of the world. So, we are an extremely diverse group. And that, in a sense, is one of the raison d'etre for Rise. Having a common core purpose binds this group. But equally, that becomes a challenge because, given particularly the federal nature of the group, we are not a conglomerate, we are not a centrally driven group, we are a federation of companies, and each sector and sector president of the company is truly empowered.
That's right.
So this is a core purpose which needs to have a pull. The push element is not what we are relying upon to drive this. It's the pull that we are relying upon to drive this. And that always presents a challenge. But we believe in the power of the concept.
Rajesh Jejurikar, the man heading the auto division, feels that working harder to deliver the stakes is the only way to sustain such a strong brand promise.
What other implementation challenges should other companies keep in mind when you're doing something so big and transformational?
Well, first, at a more strategic level, I think it's important that what you tell customers you are, in fact, you need to be sure that you are in fact that. And very often, a lot of the positioning lines evolve out of nice sounding, advertising statements. And if the organization is not that at its core, then there is a big gap between the promise that you're making to the customer and the reality that the customer gets to experience. And hence the biggest implementation challenge is firstly to be sure that what you stand for is what you want to talk about, and you're not going to talk about something which you are not. Then of course alignment is the biggest implementation challenge, especially because we are a growing organization adding large number of new people every year. Last year we added more than 1200 or 1300 people. Now when you within M&M itself, and of course there's a large number of additions of people at our dealer networks and so on. So the biggest implementation challenge hence is to align people, especially the people who are coming in new, to who you are and what they have to deliver.
To ensure that the alignment is fail-proof, Mahindra has initiated a couple of benchmarks. The first is to gauge the quality of the group's products and services through customer satisfaction scores. In addition, there's also an internal benchmark that maps leadership and employee involvement. But will that be enough?
It's really inspiring to see how charged up the top leaders at Mahindra are about their new brand purpose Rise. it reminds me of BP and their powerful statement of intent, Beyond Petroleum, which was meant to be a rallying cry to truly transform the company from a petroleum player to an energy player. But somewhere along the way, BP forgot to live up to these actions in its day-to-day delivery, and that's been very damaging for the brand. So the caution to Mahindra is to really watch the gap between promise and delivery, and to make sure that RISE is put into action every day to allow the brand to truly rise above the ordinary.
On that note, it's a wrap on Logo this week. Thank you so much for watching in. In case you have any feedback, please feel free to write to us. Our Facebook and our Twitter IDs are flashing on your screen. Alternatively, you can also write to us at logo@utvmoney.com. In case you've missed the telecast, you can catch the same on our Facebook page, Bloomberg UTV Logo. Till then, have a good day.